Hi, you're listening to the Three Rivers Marine Podcast, a show that brings anglers and mariners down-to-earth advice that helps on and off the water. I'm Anthony Marisi, a fishing rep born and raised in the Pacific Northwest. I'm sitting down with the biggest names in fishing and boating to make your next adventure easier, safer, and more exciting. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Three Rivers Marine Podcast. I'm the host, Anthony, as always, and in studio today we have Captain Dan Myers.
Yes.
With us. And we're going to talk a little bit about who he is, where he fishes, what he likes to fish, and then, Dan's just a really good dude. So we're going to have him tell us a little bit about how he's helping anglers and others in the community. And, that's definitely kind of a core pillar of who he is. So we're going to spend a little bit of time investigating that. So thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
I got to know you a little bit more recently, right? Mm-hmm. And, it's like, Dan, we're going to be friends. And there's like, you don't have a choice. And so that's been going well. But, tell the listeners a little bit about, where you're from, where you mm-hmm. like to fish, what you grew up fishing, that kind of stuff. So they can get to know you a little better too.
Yeah, I grew up in a small town just south of here, Eatonville. My grandfather bought a fishing resort back in the late 40s and 50s. And it was named Henley's Silver Lake. I'm sure a lot of your listeners know that place. I grew up there. We raised trout, German browns, and rainbows.
Nice.
And then we would release them for opening day.
Okay.
Around about a week before opening day. And so I got to see how customer service was, how important customer service is. I learned a lot about fishing, freshwater fishing, and all that good stuff that goes along with growing up on a lake. And so just learning what I was taught by my grandfather about treating customers, and I implement that in my today's charter business.
Mm-hmm. So grew up fishing. Lots of freshwater. When did you start fishing the salt? Because primarily that's what you're doing now.
Yeah. So I grew up fishing the freshwaters, Little Michelle River and all that. I fast forward. I joined the Marine Corps. I got out of the Marine Corps, and I was about 24, 25. When I started fishing the Puget Sound on my own. Before then was all freshwater. I just didn't have the time. Mm-hmm. I had 2 kids I was raising. And so freshwater came kind of later on in my life. Mm-hmm. But I just did it by going out to the dock and started out mooching, mm-hmm. The flounders and all that, right?
Yeah, drop it down, see what you catch.
And 2 years, 3 years, nothing. And so finally I bought a little rowboat. Uh-huh. A little rowboat, and I'm out there fishing by myself, learning on my own. I'd go to the stores, local tackle stores, buy things I didn't need and didn't work.
So nothing's changed now, Right? I saw you at the counter earlier, I was like, oh, all right.
and so Area 11 is where I grew up saltwater fishing and honed in everything that I know today. Mm-hmm. Area 11 and 13 are my babies, my home ports.
Yeah, all right. Mm-hmm. Area 13 guy.
Yeah. Yeah, just south of the Narrows Bridge there.
I know, yeah. I go down there a little bit, not that much, but it's definitely a spot I want to kind of learn a little bit more about. And, sometimes it's nice to just go put the boat in the water and be able to go fishing,
And it's open
it's open year round.
Yeah,
unless
year
there's
round.
Some kind of paperwork issue.
Two pole endorsement.
Yeah.
If you've got that,
mm-hmm.
great. The scenery down there, the islands.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not known for being the best place to go mm-hmm. catch a whole bunch of fish, but it's got its days. You can go down there and do really well for yourself.
You can.
And also if you go down there a lot and you learn it,
mm-hmm.
just
I
like
know
anything,
where to go. So
yeah,
I'll get you on the boat.
All right, we'll go. I think that area in particular is one where that kind of 90-10 rule or whatever really comes into play, right? 10% of the guys are catching 90% of the fish in 13.
That's correct.
They're not just everywhere. You got to figure that one out. So I'll get the inside track. No big deal. So area 11, area 13 are kind of your spots that you like. Are you doing a lot of your charter business in 11 and 13? Or are you further north, or like where do you, you know,
I mainly run Area 10.
okay.
Matter of fact, last year was 100% Area 10.
Yeah. So
It was just easier to fish.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
clients were coming in around that area, so
Yeah.
it made it easy for them.
Yep. Yeah. And area 10, I mean, I'm assuming most of the listeners know, but if you don't, area 10 is that kind of like Seattle proper
Yes.
marine area. So, it includes Elliott Bay technically, even though there's sometimes different rules there, but basically goes from the north end of Vashon all the way up to essentially Edmonds.
That's correct.
Pay attention because sometimes if you're fishing up there, they'll get you because you went over the line. But
Yep.
like more or less, that's where it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's my, for me, that's home water for me, right? Like area 10, I'm in that vast majority of the time. I love it. I think it's a fantastic area to fish. So we have that in common.
There's lots of fish.
There is, yeah. I mean, good. There's just good structure in there. There's lots of good places, and even if it's crowded, like, there's not just like one spot that kind of
That's right.
gets all the fish in there. I mean, like Jeff Head obviously gets hammered pretty good because it's kind of the most obvious one, but like, my goodness, there's so many spots
Yes.
to go and grind it out in 10 if you need to, and like get away from it.
And when in doubt, if you're finding yourself grinding in 10, get to the shipping lanes and just grind it out there. That's what I've found over the years of fishing Area 10
Yep.
is if you're finding yourself where are these fish, get out in the shipping lanes and start doing your zigzags.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like there's a lot of times you can be hitting fish out in 500, 600, 700 feet of water out there.
Absolutely, they're there.
They're cruising. So yeah, definitely. That's good advice.
Yep.
That yellow buoy can sometimes put out some numbers for you, and you're kind of like, I don't know why they're here right now, but like,
Yep.
they are.
They're traveling.
Doing their thing. So yeah, that's good. You have a new boat this year.
Oh, boy, do I. I'm really excited.
Yeah, you joined the Duckworth family. So
I did.
Welcome to that as well. I also have a Duckworth, as we've talked about that before. But Dan's got a cooler Duckworth. Dan has a really sweet black
Yeah.
30 offshore XL
Yep.
kitted out, ready to go.
It's ready.
It's ready.
Absolutely ready.
I know.
I'm
I'd be
loving
coming down here to do stuff, and I see it, and I'm like, oh man, that thing's just getting better and better every time I drive down here.
And I do love the two-tone on it,
Yeah.
that gray on the bottom.
Yeah.
I think that's a really nice touch. Just going over the boat and getting the feel for her it's something that I didn't know was a big deal until I started driving this boat
Oh yeah, it's a different beast.
from where I came from, right? Like two different, way different.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My
Yeah,
clients are going to be a lot happier,
certainly.
more comfortable, and comfortability. You got your full head on the in the cockpit. There's
Yeah.
so much room out there.
Yeah, Duckworth is the Bentley of fishing boats. Like they're comfortable. They're they're everything is very well done. The fit and finish on all of them is just perfect.
Yep, it is.
It's right where you want it to be. It's smooth. It's quiet. It's comfortable. They're not tender the way they design all the running surfaces.
No.
Like they run over rough water good. They run in smooth water great. They turn well. They don't throw you around. They don't lean. Somebody on your boat's gonna catch some gigantic king this year, and everybody's gonna go to the side and look,
Yep.
and you're not like, oh man, hey, back up. That boat's like, yeah, okay, well, we have 10 people on the rail and whatever.
No. That's one thing I've noticed about my Duckworth. It's super quiet.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can close the door on that thing and have the engines running,
Yeah.
and run them like basically wide open, and you're just kind of having a conversation.
You're like, what?
Yeah,
And so that, and then the turning on her. I could open our window, my window, and I'm turning this boat to see because I want to know what the limits are.
yeah,
And it felt like I could almost touch
yeah,
the water, and it
Yeah.
felt like a solid
yeah,
platform.
yeah. It's no problem. The way they do that running surface and the reverse times and stuff on it is like they roll and then they like get on a rail. They like roll, and then they just stop.
Yep.
And you're like, Okay.
That's
Like, I'm
exactly.
locked in
Yes.
right here. It's not sliding. It's not spilling out. You're not cavitating.
Nope.
It's just like
It's
right
locked
here,
in.
and now you're just on a rail, and you're in your turn. It's and I've been in a lot of boats, and there isn't another one that has that same kind of like just lock in, and you're there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool boat.
It's a very cool
Did you do
boat.
300s on that one?
2 350s.
350s.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went with the XTOs. Nice.
Pretty excited right now.
Yeah, that's the right way to go. That's it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. So yeah, charter captain, brand new boat this year, gonna be awesome. All dialed in. He's already dialed in on the fisheries, and now
Yeah.
the boat just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
We're looking towards first fishery you're gonna participate in. It's gonna be blackmouth.
That's correct.
Okay.
April 1st.
April 1. So yeah, we're less than a month out from blackmouth.
Yep.
What's going on day one? What are you starting with? 'Cause
What's
you
going
came in
on?
here and you were buying a bunch more line
Yeah.
because you already did your leader rolls. They're all
Yeah.
done.
Well,
Walk us
I'm
through.
not I don't hold secrets, so what I'm dropping down is going to be 2 colors of squid.
Okay.
You're going with your green and your white.
Yep.
And I'm going to be tipping those with my proprietary secret sauce, which is just brined herring strips. But they're brining right now.
Oh, you're
They're in salt
You're
right
getting
now.
kidded.
And then once I get a couple more days in the refrigerator, I'm going to pull them out and I'm going to put them in a vacuum sealer, a chamber sealer. And I'll fish those. I've made enough. I made 15 batches, so I'm good till
you'll have the whole season
about
ready to
June,
go.
July.
Okay.
And then I add a little bit of UV brightener to those strips.
Yep.
And so they'll be ready to rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah, April
love it.
1st.
Yeah. I'm such a chove guy for the blackmouth. I love the
Yeah.
anchovies.
Yeah.
It's not like the most practical of like charter boat deals when you're like, just trying to turn and burn. But like,
Yeah.
I like the chove.
No, I
We'll
get
see.
it. I get it. If I can get 2 fish per strip, I'm gonna make a little bit of money, right? And make my herring go a little bit more. So that's why
I
they're
hear ya.
brining so early.
I know. No, I like it. And that's a good way. I mean, like, it locks in a lot of that kind of like scent trail that those fish lock in on and stuff like
does.
that, and it's not falling off. And, that like in the Puget Sound, it's really difficult to beat a green flasher and a white hoochie.
And it is.
Like it's amazing how like that has just saved the day for me so many times. And like, sometimes they really want to plug, sometimes they really want a green label herring, sometimes they want this, that, or the other. And you can just be, him when you get back to the dock because you did something different.
Yeah.
But like the amount of times when you're out there and I was like, man, this worked really good yesterday and I have not bought a bite all day.
Yeah.
And you put on a green flasher and a white hoochie and you start towing it around and you're hooked up in 10 minutes. It's just, you're like, okay.
I got super excited when ProTroll dropped their new Go Bananas.
Yeah. That's a good looking flasher.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to use that this year. The green and reds
Yep.
are
Green
just
Reds
a
work
staple.
good. That morning mist one is a good one.
Yeah.
That Con Man now.
Oh yeah, the Con Man.
I like that one. I was putting the tape on it before, so now I can just
You can
have
buy
them
it.
have them right from the bag, ready to go. I'm a
Yep.
deal. I'm a deal.
Yeah, and then you got to go with the tried and true, the Purple Hornet.
Yep.
So those are the 2 flashers I'm going to be running that morning. I'm going to start out with I don't even know how many inches. It goes from my mid chest down to just below my kneecap on length. If I'm not doing anything there, if it's not producing fast enough for me, then I might lengthen it a little bit, get a longer leader. But yeah, I'm super excited to be running those.
Yeah. No,
And that's
a
all
good
that's going to be
program.
on my boat April 1st.
Yep. So you have a deal with, part of being a good guy is helping others.
Yeah.
ProTroll and you are working together on getting some people fed. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So, man, my food bank, my local food bank is very near and dear to my heart. I think putting food in people's bellies is very important, and it should be important to everybody, especially if they're struggling and they need that food, right? And so how can I help out? Pro Troll, man, hooked me up with some flashers and stickers. The rare, I think it's a rare Pro Troll sticker. I've never seen one. I've always wanted one. I never told anybody, but when it showed up, I was like, oh,
You're like,
all right, this is too good for me to hoard.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep one for myself, but I'm going to donate one.
Okay.
So if you can donate $250, you'll get 4 flashers, the rare Pro Troll sticker, and I'll even throw in a couple T-shirts with my company's logo on them. And then I donate my charters as well. For if people will go to the food bank and donate a certain amount, I'll take you fishing, and that's ongoing.
Yeah.
And that's how dire our food banks. I'm assuming all food banks are like this. My local food bank just needs the money. They can spend it more. They
They know what they need and stuff, and they're
get
like,
the
man,
deals.
we have a whole bunch of like this already or whatever you need, and then like, but you're really short on a lot of that stuff. I have one of my mom's best friend does a lot of that work, and specifically with the food banks, and so like when we go on hikes and stuff, it was really interesting. When I was a kid, we'd go and get canned food or something to help out at the grocery store, and you're like, okay, that's great, but a lot of the stuff that like food banks really need isn't necessarily like canned corn. It's a lot of the other staples for stuff that like when you're down, like life requires a lot more than cream corn.
I've learned diapers,
diapers, that type of stuff
baby
is
stuff.
huge.
It's
Yeah.
huge. It's
absolutely.
really expensive too. So
Yeah, it is. So a lot of the times that's what it is. Just a lot of times like just when you're trying to help out, sometimes money is just the best thing to do. Like, and you always feel bad like when you're the one asking for it to be like like I appreciate it, but like cash would really be the best.
Well, not a lot of people know this, but back in the day, growing up, I had a child at a young age, and I was on food stamps and WIC and the whole nine. And even though I was working 3 jobs, I was working early morning, take the bus down to my mid job, and then I would work all throughout the night at UPS sorting packages. And so I remember going into the store one day and writing a check for, I don't know, formula. There was a couple cans of formula and some milk. And back then, when you wrote a check, they had to verify it, right? So she took the check. Well, I got paid. It just didn't show up in my account. And they verified it, said, well, you have no money in your account. So I stood there, beet red, so embarrassed. They took all the food away that I needed, even though I had money in my account. And that experience is driving me today, and it will always. That's why it's so important to me that our food banks are just supported, where people can show up, and if they need whatever, they get whatever. So yeah, that's why I do that.
Yeah, that's a great cause, guys. Like, help out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and if you need something out of the deal, this is a great opportunity.
And
for
also,
you get flashers, and I mean, four Pro Trolls and a cool sticker,
2 T-shirts
and 2 T-shirts. I mean, basically, like you're almost there anyway.
And it's a 501c3.
Yeah.
So you get to write that off against your taxes.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's
that's
good approach to be like, hey, like let's do it.
Yeah. So
everybody should help out with that one.
100, and that goes for the charters. Just remember, if you want to become a better fisherman, and you're out there and you want to know and you want to go with me, right? Donate to the food bank the certain amount. I'll take you out fishing for up to 4 hours. It's a 501c3, so you get to write it off, right, against your taxes, and you get to learn what I'm doing out there to put fish in the boat.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, that's awfully nice of you.
So I get more experience. That's what I'm getting out of this. I'm getting the experience as a captain. And the more experience I have out there, the better I'll be in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. Makes sense to me. Do you do, kind of switching gears a little bit.
Okay.
Are you going to do any other fisheries, or are you strictly going to do salmon charters?
I plan on getting into the bottom fish.
Okay.
but not this year. I've got some personal stuff that we're just tackling right now, and once I get through all of that, bottom fish will be on my radar for next year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. That lingcod fishery is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. I like that one a lot. I'm already excited for me. Yeah, that's so bottom fish next year, salmon this year. You're gonna do blackmouth, then there's a little bit of a lull. Then we're gonna get into that like resident coho, summer chinook, run it all the way
Yes.
through, and then fall coho all the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Huge fishery.
Yeah.
Busy every day.
Oh yeah.
I am really excited. I love resident coho fishing. I absolutely love it. If I could pick between the bee run, I would pick resident coho.
Yeah.
Early part all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. The resi coho are fun, and like to be honest, they're some of the best tasting fish
They are.
that we get access to the whole year. You know, I mean, they don't get a ton of love because they're not super big. You're not, like you're not gonna go get a 15-pound resi, like,
No.
but you'll know it was a resi when you cut into it and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
thing is deep.
It just tastes so good.
It's so good. Yeah, I think, I mean, it has to do with a lot of, I think, the krill and stuff that they eat, which is a little bit of a different sort of base food than what some of the more, like ocean traveling fish are going to
Yep.
get. But they're fantastic.
They are.
I absolutely, like, once we get into July and stuff and they get a little bit bigger, and I'm a deal, man. They're so
Yeah.
good. I always make sure to, like, participate in that fishery a little bit.
I like to run lighter gear just to
yeah.
make it more interesting
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
my clients and
Yeah.
people on my boat.
Yep.
And they think that feels like a 15-pounder.
Yeah,
right?
when you got light gear on, yeah, it's a ton of fun, and like, and they, and coho are just so fun. They hit so hard
Yeah.
too, even like
Oh,
a
man.
littler one, like you're like, whoa, this is
Yeah.
big. But tell us a little bit about what your favorite month of the year to fish Puget Sound is, because this is a question I sort of ask a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is like, because one of the most remarkable things about Puget Sound is, like we can get into the weeds and we should have more days to do this or do that or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, if you're an angler and you like going to like just go fishing, get yourself, even if it's like something to eat, I've never felt like, oh man, there's literally nothing to do, right? Like there's something to go catch, go eat 365 days a year in Puget Sound. So everybody's answer is always a little bit different. When, hey, what's your favorite month to go do something?
My favorite month is August.
August.
It seems like the Puget Sound comes alive. It just does.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of those, kind of big kings rolling through. Some of the early coho shows up. There's still resis moving around.
Yep.
The whales are
The whales are on. The bait balls, the amount of bait we saw last year,
Oh, it was insane, man.
it was incredible.
It was incredible.
You
I
pull
couldn't-
your
I couldn't
phone
really
out to
believe it.
film it, and you're like, where do I,
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
just
big enough to
surrounded
catch
by
it.
herring. Yeah, it was wild.
And you have birds dive. You have all kinds of species of birds out there dive bombing and floating around and making all kinds of noise. You have bait that looks like rain.
Yeah.
Just
just
bubble.
bubbling everywhere. And then last year the herring were huge too. I mean, like,
Oh, I
some
know,
of them
they're-
were like black label
Like-
herrings,
like-
man. It was like,
yeah.
wow.
It was
You know?
insane.
Yeah, I even like went and caught some with the sabiki rig and like got them brined up and everything.
Oh,
and
good
was
idea.
like mooching some of the like black label herring for that summer Chinook
That's
opener.
a good idea.
And like we did real good.
That's awesome.
Because a lot of times we're running the greens and stuff, but I mean
Yeah.
like the fodder out there was big, so a lot of those really large kings
Yeah.
that we caught were like, yeah, I want that one. So that was pretty fun.
I had such, and you know what? The people on my boat also enjoyed it too. I mean, I was like, just take this in. I mean, you're not going to see this every single day where you have bait. You have a couple bay porpoises rolling through. Right? You got the iconic Washington State Ferry, motoring through. It was just beautiful. Early morning, the bait's bubbling. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I know, I do too. I mean, we haven't fished together yet, but one of my like sort of mantras all the time we're out on the water is like, can you believe we get to live here?
Oh, yes.
Like it's just special.
I agree
And it
with
doesn't-
you.
It just doesn't, like it can be December, it can be June, it can be August,
Yeah.
like you're just like, man, we get to live here. We get to do this. Like
Yeah.
we got to go salmon fish in the backyard and it was good.
You have two mountain ranges. You have the Olympics, the Cascades. You have a range of volcanoes. You have the Seattle skyline. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane. Absolutely insane in the mornings. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I tell my clients that, where else?
Yeah. My favorite month to do stuff on the Sound is, interestingly enough, December.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, there's not a salmon fishery for us, and salmon are near and dear to my heart, and I get to fish a lot. But it's also, there's just something to me where you get that clear December day where there's snow on the mountain ranges right down as far as you can see.
Yep.
The sun's low. You can see Baker. You can see the Olympics. You can see Rainier. The water's flat, right? Because there's not even boat traffic to stir it up. And you're just out there. And it's, for me, that like the serenity of, the Puget Sound that you get in the wintertime is kind of bizarre because like there's still all this hustle and bustle in the city. It's still busy. Everybody's living their life. They're doing the thing. And then, you leave the marina and it's just, you're just there.
And it goes quiet.
It's quiet, and like, I really love shellfish, like squid, crab, shrimp, all that's like some of my most favorite food in the whole world. So, winter crab's open. So I'll go and drop the crab pots and just kind of float around with the family and come back and check them. And like, for me, that doesn't get a lot better than that. Which is, so far nobody's ever said December either, but August is pretty common.
I get it. I understand why.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to beat August, you know what I mean? Like, it's good at a lot of places. And, for you as a charter captain too, like being able to go out and really reliably see cohos and chinook and, and if I don't, some of the charter captains do the crab pot thing. I don't know if that's something that you participate in or not.
No, I don't. No.
I mean, it's not everybody for sure. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And a lot of, the guests and stuff like that, if they're here on vacation, then what are they going to do with a bunch of crabs, man?
Yeah.
They don't have a place to cook them or do anything with them. Whereas, piece of fish, they oftentimes will.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we need to know about you? I have a couple more questions, but when we storyboarded this out, it was a little bit like, we want to just kind of learn about, where you came from, who you are, and what you do.
Mostly what I want people to know is this for me is more about passion and just giving back. I'm not in this to make money. I mean, it's just not, I'm not running my business like that. I'm not losing money, but I'm breaking even, and I want people to know that there's other captains out there that do care about our fishery and about if you have a great experience or not. I work not only with the food banks, but I work with local police departments. When their personnel need a little R&R, I will donate a trip to a certain police department. I'll bring 6 of their members on board, four of their members, and I'll take them fishing for the day. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing out here in the Sound.
Yeah.
Is
you want to try and figure out how you can take something that you're passionate about
and
bring other people in and then do good with it.
And help them, and just let them know that there's somebody else out there that cares.
Yeah.
That's why I got to do. That's what this has kind of morphed into. I've always been that type of person, but it's just kind of morphed into fishing has been the platform to bring everybody together.
Yeah, I respect that. There's not a lot of people that are doing good in this world, it feels like. So to have someone that's in a position to be able to say, hey, I have the time and ability to do this, and I want to try and just have it be a good thing for others.
Yeah. And we're not out there solving the world's problems.
No, but I mean, like,
we're just
like sometimes good in the world comes in a lot of different ways, man, and like life is hard. It's stressful. There's a lot going on for everybody. So, just providing somebody an out for a few hours is like, you can solve a lot of problems by just slowing the world down a little bit for someone.
I had one client, happened to me one time, and it was just him. His wife bought him the whole boat, and we lost a fish. We were trolling for a resident coho, and we lost this fish. Right, it's a barbless, all that good
It
stuff.
just happens. Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. And I didn't. We were talking. Everything seemed normal, but then when he lost the fish, it's like he was gonna snap my pole in two and throw it in the water.
Yeah. And you're like,
And
it's
and
okay.
I was like, whoa, hold on. And man, he kind of broke down a little bit and was just like, man, I've had such a rough time at work and just everything, that he needed that outlet.
Yeah.
And I didn't pick up on that, and I should have at the dock, but it was, just happy go lucky.
Yeah.
But man, we got to know each other pretty well after that.
Yeah.
And so that was even more of affirmation of just, or reassuring that, hey, you need to keep doing this and keep providing an outlet for people, just to go and have fun. Who wants? I mean, not a lot of people are in my position where they can spend 4 hours every single day or 8 hours every single day learning how to fish the Puget Sound.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't have that time, and
Yeah.
so
It's hard.
that's why you can come to somebody like me, get that guidance, and then go make your time more productive on your day off, on your half a day off.
So, yeah, booking a guide is definitely. I was having this conversation with another fishing guide. Is like, I was a fishing guide when I was younger. I'm a fishing rep now, but like I book guide trips a lot. Just I don't want to row today. I want to go fishing with my dad.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get a guide. Like getting a guide is not even if you are a professional or think you're really good or something like that. Like sometimes it's nice to just go get a guide and get a different look on it. And like as I've gotten older and like I make my living and feed my family from the fishing industry, and I still book fishing guides. Like, sometimes you owe it to yourself, even if you think you're, all that in a bag of chips, to just go get a different look.
Yeah. Different perspective.
Don't worry, don't worry about cleaning the boat at the end of the day.
Or the fish.
Or the fish, right? Like sometimes it's a good thing to just go do it, go learn, go do this, go do that. With that in mind, what's the best way for, give us like some exact instructions if you want to try and donate to the food bank on how, you can get the flashers. I'm sure there's going to be some people that are interested in that. And then, booking a trip, give us, your details. What's the best way to get a hold of you? You have some cards in the store here, but throw out your contact information. So if somebody is listening, wants to get a hold of you to book a trip, we'll send it off with that.
I would say DM me
Okay.
on Instagram at huntfishpnw_,
Okay.
and I'll send you a link directly to the Maple Valley Food Bank.
Okay.
My website, hfpnw.com. It'll get a hold of me. You can email that.
Yeah, there's a phone number on there, an email off there.
Get a hold of me on there.
Contact. Okay.
What was the other one?
Really just that, like how to do the food bank. So DM if you're interested in trying to work with the food bank and get some flashers, or just work with the food bank and say, hey, I want to help out. I think we should all do that. And then website is the right way to get a hold of them for a trip. And
absolutely.
yeah. So, do you run another question? I guess we'll send it off with this.
Yeah.
Do you do single seats, or do you have to get the whole boat? So, the 6-pack, some guys run, hey, I need to have the whole boat booked, or hey, I have 2 seats available and book them.
I'm going to say it varies per customer.
Okay.
Right?
So you can certainly book the whole boat, but if you got one guy, you say, hey, I have a seat for you on this day. Come on out.
Just depends on what's going on, but typically I want the whole boat. But if it's a situation where they can't afford it or whatever, if they donate to the food bank, I'm going to make an exception and you get the whole boat for a little bit of money.
Okay.
I want them to have that experience.
Yeah, right on.
For helping us out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get yourself involved, help out. Maple Valley Food Bank would love your money. It's easier for me to ask than them. So that's what they need. Let's help them out. Let's get some flashers. Let's go catch some blackmouth.
Please.
And if you see a real nice black and gray 30-foot offshore rolling around,
say hi.
roping on fish, you can certainly say hi, and you're going to get a smile and a wave.
Absolutely.
So
roll on by, say hi to me, ask me what I'm using, what's going on. I'll tell you everything if I can get it relayed to you.
For sure, yeah.
Across the water.
Really approachable guy on the water, friendly face, and he's here to help us all. So thanks for being here. We really appreciate
the invite, Anthony.
We're gonna do some fishing this year, and
absolutely, man.
We'll take some photos and do all of that. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Three Rivers Marine Podcast. We would like to give a special thanks to our sponsors: End Run Tackle, make your own bite window; Fisherman's Gold Products, everything we make, we fish ourselves; and Duckworth Boats, legendary adventure.